Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another lesson on creating selections in Adobe Photoshop CS4. And today we're going to talk about the color range command. Before we get started, I'd like to encourage you to download Porsche.psd from our website so you can follow along as we work. And after you get that done, I want you to go to the Select menu and select the Color Range command. It's going to bring up the Color Range dialog box right here. Now, I want you to just go ahead and match my settings here and follow me along as I work. Okay? Your fuzziness value, set that around 50 is good. I want, of these two radio buttons here, I want you to choose selection as opposed to image. Okay? Having selection selected is going to allow us to preview the selection right here. And for the document window, which is selection preview right here, I want you to select none. Alternatively, you could select black matte or any of these other three, but I'm going to select none, and that's going to allow us to see the colors more clearly in the document window itself. And what I'm going to be doing is selecting as many of the yellow pixels of this Porsche that I can, and then we're going to change the color of this car to red. Okay, and finally, I'd like you to come up here and choose the plus eyedropper. And what that's going to allow us to do is click in here several times, taking many different color samples and adding those color samples to the selection. Okay, you could also do that by using the regular eyedropper tool and holding down the Shift key as you click around here, but just go ahead and get the plus eyedropper tool and let's go to work. Okay, you can see we have a little bit of a selection going on right now. Let's just add to that selection by clicking inside the document window. There you go. You see we've added to the selection. Let's add a little more. Click over here. We'll add that. We're going to click right here, and you can click either in the document window or in the selection preview. Let me show you. If I click right here, it's going to sense that color and add that to the selection. Watch. There you go. And that's looking pretty good. Let me show you what the fuzziness value does, folks. What it really does is, well, let me explain first. We're selecting a color value similar to that of the magic wand when we're using this tool. What the fuzziness value is it's similar to the tolerance value of the magic wand tool. The difference is, in the color range command, we're selecting partial pixels. Okay, whereas in the magic wand tool, when we're using the magic wand tool, we are selecting fully opaque pixels, all or nothing at all. Okay, the fuzziness value here allows us to select more colors, but within a opacity tolerance, if you will. Okay, anyway, I don't use it very much. I just go around and click more of the colors, adding those to the sample. Anyway, this looks pretty good. I'm going to say OK right here, and that's going to show us the selection inside the document window now. All right, so now to change the color for this vehicle, what I want you to do is add an adjustment layer. And as you recall from a previous lesson, if you add an adjustment layer when you have a selection going, that's going to create a layer mask. All right, double click here on the adjustments and then click Hue Saturation. And what happened is we just created a layer mask in this image, and we're going to show that to you in a minute. But right now, let's go ahead and choose the Colorize feature. You can see we're already changing the color now. And then I want to make this a red Porsche. I'm going to move this all the way to the right, and I'm going to move the saturation to about right there. Right there, right there. That's a good Porsche red. Okay. And there we go. Now you'll see that not everything is the way it should be in here, but that's okay because we've got a layer mask going that we can adjust this selection. We can add to the layer mask, we can take away from the layer mask, and we can fine-tune this selection, and the results will be just fine. Let's go back to the layers palette, and you can now see that layer mask right here. And in the next lesson, we're going to work on this layer mask and complete this colorization.